says, I'm live. All right. Well, I decided to take a break from the crappy Silvertone stereo that I was working on, and instead I'm now going to work on a good old-fashioned RCA tube radio. But before I continue, I have to let you know that nothing that you see or you watch me do on here should be replicated, because working on vintage electronics involves potentially dangerous electric current. So don't do anything you're about to see, because I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm doing. Anyhow, this was dropped off at our museum, I don't know, this summer. It says, the camera's kind of blowing this out. It says, dead. I got to answer the phone. Hold on just a second. We'll be back in just a second. Hello? Uh-huh. All right, cool beans. I'm going to get back to live casting, but thanks for that update. I appreciate it. All right, thanks, Steve. Bye-bye. It's actually on the phone with one of our museum people. We're constantly discussing museum potential items that we could display. And there's an opportunity that we're talking about right now with a potential item. It's always exciting. Now it says it's dead, and also the cord on this thing is completely hosed. As in, it would be dangerous for me to try to plug it in, so I'm not even going to try. It says it's dead anyway. It says screws holding the chassis in, but this is I have a feeling this is probably a floating chassis set. It's not going to be a total hot chassis. I think RCA was wise not to make a whole ton of those. Let's see what will come out. Probably in one piece. And it did. Speaker's hosed. I mean, it's not. It's fixable, but it's very ripped in a not very nice way. Let me get the camera down where I can see this Bator. It's not an AA5. It's actually an AA6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tubes. Probably has like an extra 12SK7 or something like that. It's stuck in there good. Okay, before I do anything, I'm going to replace the cord on it. Because that cord is hosed. Let's see if we can get the camera up in here. Actually, I have a new camera. It will be on its way shortly. And the last days of the shitty camera I'm using now will be soon. It's hard to film with this thing. The fact that it has to be stationary and it doesn't autofocus or anything. It's not easy to use. All right, let me get this new plug installed. Good, it's not polarized either. That looks all factory original. I don't think anyone's done anything to this radio ever. That's certainly the original cord, and these are all original capacitors. That's probably the original electrolytic right there, this big guy right here. Talk about polarized plugs for just a minute. Here's the dealio. Just because you put a polarized plug on one of these doesn't mean you're going to neutralize the set. The reason is because this is a series string design, meaning the tube filaments go all the way through the line cord and make a good, well, series string. So when you turn it off, nothing really changes. Let's get this other. Let's up this metal plate. And now that it's wired up, let's see what it'll do. And by the way, if you have a set with a power transformer, do not do this. Do not immediately turn anything like this on. That's why you shouldn't really watch this channel, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. But if you have a piece of equipment with power transformers, you need to bring it up slowly, because you'll hose your power transformer. Okay, it is on. There's no pilot light.
And cloudy and 64 degrees.
All right, well, it kind of sort of works. These electrolytics they're done. They need to be replaced along with all of these other capacitors in here. If you work on a lot of these, especially if they're American sets, your values are almost always just going to be printed somewhere on the capacitor, and you can just replace like with like. Or if you want to, you can pull a schematic. I usually pull a schematic if I run into problems. But before I finish do anything, I'm going to fix this speaker, because it looks pretty horrendous. So I'm going to use this product that I've used for years called Lexel. It's like a clear adhesive, and it stays flexible when it dries. It's not very pretty, but it will work. Okay, that could be setting up while I start replacing the electrolytic capacitors. 0.25 microfarads. What is this bad boy going to? That's huge. Tell me it's chassis ground. That's okay. So, speaking of schematic, I think I'm going to check it before I replace that because that concerns me. Bless you. Okay, now how do I place this guy? I need to get my flashlight. I'll be back in just a second. Jesus. This thing's a pain in the ass with the way it's been designed. There's one positive down here. Another one down here. I don't know why, but the wiring to this is actually, it looks terrible, but it's still really flexible. Unexpected. All right. Seen enough. There it is. Quit misbehaving. Where did I put? Oh, here it is. Where'd my solder go? It's right here. Okay, bare minimum has been done. Try to get this to work. So let me back the camera up. Let's give it a test fire. See if this old radio will do. Okay, hold on a minute. It seems like the pilot light is out, and I don't like running these without the pilot light. That's obviously the wrong pilot light, but let's see here. Okay, we got filament. Maybe I was wrong. So nobody's home. Maybe I've popped a tube of filament. All right, I'm just going to go grab some tubes. I don't feel like getting out my tube tester. I'm going to take a wild guess at which one it is. L6. I really need to stop putting bad pilot lights back into my collection of pilot lamps. That was a bad bulb. Something's badly shorting in here. That's the second pilot light that just decided to bite the bullet. I just realized it's a horrible mistake that I've just made. All right, well, I'm going to have to look this up on a schematic, and it's getting close to being the end of the episode anyway, so I think I'll continue this tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. I know this is kind of an uneventful episode, but this is kind of how this is how it goes in real life. And so tune in tomorrow. I think what I did is I put my ground in the wrong place, which would easily explain why I keep on absolutely destroying the pilot lights. I'm just hoping I didn't destroy all the filaments by doing that too. That'd be a horrible mistake, wouldn't it? All right, everybody, have a good evening or a good morning or a good afternoon where you happen to be in the world. Take care.